Real quick, I want to advertise my second channel, XX_Bruhlie Plays_XX. This is a YouTube channel I've been working on for the past few months, and unlike this channel, which is mainly scripted and edited commentary videos, the other channel is pretty much a Let's Play channel. Already posted is a playthrough I did with my friend of the super hostile Minecraft map, the Kaizo Caverns, and when this video releases, episode 1 of season 2 of Super Hostile will be up. If you liked watching people like the Minecraft play through old adventure maps back in 2013, then you will love this channel. Also, follow me on NameMC, my Minecraft skin is Playboi Carti. Now, let's get into the video. At this point, there has been more time between Eternally Take and the Pink Tape than there was between Love is Rage 2 and Eternally Take, which is insane to me because the reason Lil Uzi Vert's Eternally Take was so hyped was because there was such a long time since their last release. However, there doesn't seem to be as much hype for the Pink Tape or whatever Uzi's next project might be. But personally, I am more excited this time around, especially considering Uzi has been expanding their sound over the last 3 years. They have been going on a really solid feature run lately. It's obvious to point to their collabs with Yeet and Internet Money as they are the most popular, but they have also worked with names like Tyler the Creator, Smino, Isaiah Rashad, Pusha T, and Baby Keem. On the other hand, the latest single he has released is pretty much an EDM song and doesn't really have any lyrics. The Red and White EP they released on SoundCloud was also filled with much more traditional Uzi songs, although I thought the songs were some of their best work since 2018. Whatever Uzi does next, I'll be there to listen. While Uzi has only been promoting the Pink Tape for the past 2 years, J. Cole has been talking about his album, The Fall Off, since September of 2018, and now apparently he might even be releasing another album before this one. I'm not the biggest fan of Cole, especially compared to a lot of his fan base, but he is one of the most consistent rappers I listen to, and his music is a lot more serious compared to some of my other favorite artists, like Future, Young Thug, and Uzi. Last year saw the release of J. Cole's label's second major mixtape, and a handful of Cole's proteges also released their own critically acclaimed albums. Hopefully, The Fall Off is able to live up to the hype and expectations. When I was younger, the big names in R&B to me were Drake, The Weeknd, Chris Brown, and Bryson Tiller. 8 years later, that is pretty much still the case, except Bryson Tiller seems to have fallen off. Last year, I went back and actually listened to his discography now that I was able to actually form an independent opinion on music, and I was sad, because Bryson might be the best artist out of the 4. Like the previous 2 artists, Bryson has been working on his next album for years. However, Bryson has not provided nearly as much music as the other 2. Besides for the weird Christmas album I didn't listen to, since the end of 2020, he has only released 2 songs officially, but one of them seemed like a song for P. Diddy and not Bryson. We have been a lot more starved for Bryson Tiller music over the past few years, which is why I am more excited for his next release. However, I do have a concern. I have noticed Bryson promoting the Mario movie on his Instagram over the past year. At first, I thought Bryson was just a fellow gamer and was promoting the movie because he really is just a big Mario fan, and maybe he is. However, then I remember that the Mario movie is made by Illumination. Illumination is infamous for getting hip-hop artists on their soundtrack, and not just the big names. Brockhampton and Yeet were on the soundtrack for Minions 2, and Tyler the Creator did the entire soundtrack for The Grinch. So, Bryson might be promoting this movie just because he did a song for it. While the Mario movie's theme song being done by Bryson Tiller would add 200 funniness points to the movie, based on the previous collaborations, I doubt there will be a lot of artistic merit to the project. Hopefully, Bryson drops something else besides a Mario movie song this year. If you told me at the start of 2018 that Playboi Carti would be one of the most influential living rappers in 2023, I would have assumed all of his competition died or fell off, and 2023 was the worst timeline. While many of Carti's contemporaries have died or fell off, 2023 is not the worst timeline, and Carti has actually rapidly improved. While it took me 1.5 years to fully learn to appreciate the greatness of Whole Lotta Red, it only took me about 20 seconds of listening to Carti perform his songs live to realize how promising a direction he is headed in. While his label mates might not be as good as Cole's, if these remixes are anything to go by, Carti's 2023 release might be the craziest, most insane sounding album I have ever heard. Of course, that is if he actually drops. Before I talk about my number 1, I want to briefly list a few more artists I hope drop music this year. Future and Metro Boomin's Monster 2 has been rumored to be releasing ever since I Never Liked You dropped, and based on their output last year, I have high expectations if this collab does actually drop. Similarly, a collab album between rapper Polo G and producer Southside is rumored to be dropping this year. While Polo G is not the most influential or inspiring rapper, I do think he is pretty underrated, and after a relatively quiet 2022, I am excited to see what he makes next. A new Fast and the Furious movie is releasing this year, which subsequently means that Tyler the Creator will also be dropping an album, which should be pretty interesting. The Kid Laroi will also hopefully be releasing his debut album in the first half of the year, which will either terrorize the Hot 100 for the entire year, or fall off within 2 days. Finally, I really hope we get to hear another NBA Youngboy project. He has been taking it slow ever since he was released from prison, so I am really hoping that he has been working on some big comeback album after his period of inactivity in 2022. Travis Scott has one of the most legendary discographies of any modern day rapper, and I'm tired of pretending he doesn't. He may not be as groundbreaking as Kendrick, as socially conscious as J. Cole, or as lyrical as, like, Gunna, but he is one of the best producers alive right now, and to me, the production of a rap song is most of the battle, and he is competent enough as a singer and as a rapper to be able to not ruin whatever beat he makes. He is also infamous for his ability to bring the best out of all his collaborators and shine a spotlight on smaller artists. Going off of his songs of Metro Boomin and the short snippets of leaks I have heard, there is no doubt in my mind that Utopia will just be another stupendous addition in a long line of great albums. However, there is the elephant in the room. Travis Scott's reputation in the mainstream has taken a pretty major hit since the Astro Road crowd crush. I am not going to try to argue about how much responsibility Travis Scott holds in that incident, because honestly, I don't think really anyone knows, but I will say one thing. Usually, good music is the difference between a cancelled musician and a thriving one. Generally liked music is the difference between Chris Brown and Tory Lanez, or Kodak Black and DaBaby. Kanye West's career could have been ruined by the VMAs incident, but then he dropped what many consider to be his magnum opus, and everyone forgave him. However, after he dropped down to 2, which is considered to be by far his worst album, both the fans and the mainstream were less forgiving when he went on another social media tirade. As immoral as it may be, usually audiences do not really care about how controversial an artist is as long as the music is good enough. Considering Travis Scott is infamous for being a businessman, I think Travis knows this. Maybe Utopia will end up being a massive drag, and Travis will have his career permanently tarnished, but so far, Travis has not disappointed.